So about ShipServe, we have worked in the digital area for quite a while, and we are very happy that this is being more and more, you can say, the mainstream conversation you have about this, that everyone wants to do something within that field. It's about using data in a proper way to produce useful insights to your daily operation and your analytical work within procurement and sales. So when we look at this, this is not about showing how fantastic everything is, that we are just growing and growing. What is actually the interesting part for us is the fact that the whole area in blue is data. This is data that we have collected over the years and data we can use to produce all these different statistics. And we can do it in an aggregated way, which means that we can actually use it for a lot of different things without disclosing your names, the quantity you are buying, the price you're paying, but we can still use it in an aggregated form. So there are a lot of opportunities out there to actually work with this information. So the things we are going to talk about today is a little bit on the buyer side, a little bit on the supplier side. Firstly, the process automation, which is the foundation for everything we do. Without the transaction flow of requests for quotes, POs, and order confirmations, etc., we could not do any of the other things we're doing. So that is the foundation for everything. Because of that, we on the buyer side can produce these benchmarks and provide all these analytical tools that we provide. On the supplier side, it's a mirror of this. It's about transaction efficiency. It's about, again, getting this transaction engine to work, because if you have that working, you have all the information you can work strategically with. So those are the two ones we're talking about, going to talk about today on the supplier side, the green and the red box. So to give you a little flavor of the segments that we're working in, it's actually not limited to any sector. We are very broadly represented in the marine industry, small ship owners, large ship managers, line, tramp, gas, cruise, etc., etc. And what we have done here is we have taken the IHS Fairplay data for the number of ships, and we have compared that to the fleet that we have on our platform. So that's the representation. And down to basics, this is about the transaction efficiency. So on the buyer side, you would have the ship raising the requisition, the purchasing office handling that requisition with one single connection to ShipServe's platform. And because of the solution we have on the supplier side, there is a possibility to enable 100% of your suppliers. There's no limitation. There's a solution which is free of charge as a basic, straightforward solution that you can use forever for the amount you want. There's no limitation on anything. And because of this spread in supplier solutions, there is an opportunity for you as a buyer to enable 100% of your suppliers. This is extremely critical for the success of this. And that's actually what we did between 2004 and 2005. That was the time we launched this spread in supplier solutions. And that's when transactions really started to take off. Some of the time reduction that the owners are getting, it ranges from about 15% to 30% of the time they spend on handling transactions. And of course that time can be spent to either let some people retire and don't replace them. It could also be a way to actually work with the freed up time, work more strategically on logistics contracts, on other larger contracts that a buyer typically has very little time to work on. And that is what we see, that is what the time is spent on. Just a quick look at the range of clients we have. As you can see, all segments in all regions of the world, small, large, it ranges very broadly. And we have some partners we work with, and this is very important for us as we, in the very early days of ShipServe, had the vision to replace procurement systems and launch this web-based system that we all thought would replace everything out there. It did not take us a very long time to realize that replacing a procurement system is not something easily done, because it's linked to accounting, to crewing, to insurance, to all sorts of other systems. So we changed the strategy and decided to work on integrating to all these partner systems. And that is what we have done since. And we more or less have integrations to all the standard systems out there, plus loads of bespoke integrations, which is a must in this industry. You have to be able to integrate systems. On the supplier side, a few of the key suppliers we have, many of them here are integrated, which means that they benefit exactly the same as the buyer on the integration. They exchange the information electronically with no retyping as a consequence.